Hello, my darlings. Here I am in all of my unmade up glory. It's a Saturday morning. I'm chilling. I let myself sleep in because I needed it. And I was just thinking about some things I shared in group. Yesterday, I talked a little bit about my past experience being married to a narcissistic spouse. And this morning I was just thinking about how it felt to share that because I stayed with him for 23 years trying to fix it. Because that's what codependency does. Codependency is always outer focused. It's always focused on the other. How can I this? How can I that? Codependents are trying to control their environment because they feel out of control. They don't feel stable and secure in themselves. And rather than try to fix what's going on in themselves, they focus outwardly. So anyway, and that's just a little snippet about codependency. Don't think that that little description sums it all up, because it doesn't. You're probably codependent. I don't know. I'm just saying, maybe. Look it up. Read about it. Find out. Or don't. But anyway, yesterday, sharing that, there were two women in group. So I work at a recovery center, and I help co-facilitate group therapy. And I don't jump in a lot sharing bits and pieces of my own journey, but I have from time to time. And when I make myself really vulnerable, like sharing the fact that I was with him for 23 years trying to fix something that obviously wasn't going to be fixed because he didn't want to change. I wanted the change. He didn't want the change. It takes two to tango, baby. And nobody, this is the point I made to the group. I was like, nobody ever changes anything in their life unless they see that it needs to be changed. And they are convinced that they are sick and tired of it being the way it is, and it has to change. And then they are driven to it. They're driven to that change. But it's an inner drive. It's a good thing. They're freaking sick and tired of whatever it is, you know? Like you find yourself circling the same. I keep walking the same. I'm circling instead of on a trail and actually getting somewhere, getting from point A to point B or whatever. I'm walking this trail and it's taking me somewhere. Sometimes we find that we're going in circles, round and round and round, and it's the same thing. And you're like, ah! And I did that for 23 years with this person who didn't give a flying flip. And that's the part that's really embarrassing. 23 fucking years. But that's kind of like, I can look back in my life and see how I have held on to people too long. I've held on hoping that things will change, hoping that they will see the good in me, hoping that they will value me too, like I value them. No, we're not here to chase after each other. We're here to show up and shine as our true selves and attract people who are like-hearted and like-minded. If you are not in attraction mode, but you're in chasing after everybody mode, and this includes your family members, then you're out of alignment with yourself and you're not going to be happy. Sorry, boom, busted your bubble. That's it. That's it. So anyway, I was also thinking about how I am a badass. I don't look like it, though. Nobody on the street would look at me and go, that woman's a badass right there. No, because they don't know my life. They don't know what I've been through. They don't know the grief that I have faced and walked with. They don't know that I have sat down in my own deepest darkness and had a coffee date with it and let myself sit in the feelings and find that I am safe. I am love. I am light. I am truth. There's truth in me. Where'd it come from? Hello? I'm a child of God. Every one of us is. And when I say God, I'm talking about source energy. We are all made of energy. We come from source energy. So, of course, we're going to have the same components. Hello? I'm about to do a rabbit trail, but I'm not going to, because my point was, I'm not here tooting my horn. I'm a badass. I'm a badass. I don't say that, but this morning I said that to myself. I am a badass. I will own that. I will own that, because especially what I went through last year broke my heart, and I hung in there. For the first time in my life, you know, I have held on to other people. I have chased after other people. I have held on to other people, hoping that they would see me and value me and appreciate me and reciprocate the love I had for them. And they just weren't capable or just not interested. And that's okay. It's okay. What that says is they're not my people. Am I looking to hug cactuses? Is that it? Because when we launch ourselves after and chase after what doesn't fit with us, it's like, I choose to hug a cactus. I choose to hug a cactus. Why? Why? There are pillows and blankets out there, man. There are things that are better suited. Now, if you are a cactus, then heck yeah, you want to find another cactus. But I'm telling you, you won't. If you are a cactus and you're chasing after little daffodils and little dandelions because you like their fluffy little seed heads, you're going to be sorely disappointed every time, because you're meant to show all of your cactusness so that you can attract other cactus to you. When you are standing in your truth, then you see others who are standing in similar truth value. And you're like, hey, you're one of my people. And then you can gravitate and see, do we click? Do we not click? Because not every cactus is for you either. Anyway, I digress. The whole point was the acknowledging to myself what I have done, what I have accomplished. Last year I went through a very deep, dark night of the soul. Another one. It wasn't the first. I've been through many. And this time something was different, because I didn't abandon myself. I didn't try to intellectualize what was happening. I didn't try to do any spiritual bypassing. You can bypass by spirituality or intellectualizing. Both of those types of bypassing will work, and you will be stuck right where you are. So what's the freaking point? If you're trying to get out of where you are, you got to do the work. And you have to stick with it. And you have to not abandon yourself, but go inward. And be with that wounded part of yourself and say, hey, put your arm around it and be like, hey, I'm here for you. Go ahead, cry. You have every right to cry, of course. Be your own best friend in that moment, and do not run. Your darkness will not swallow you up. It's part of you. And instead of being repelled by or repulsed by the dark, shadowy places in me, I looked at them. I listened to them. I had a coffee date with them, many coffee dates. I let them express themselves as they wanted to, without harming anybody else. I wasn't being volcanic in meeting rooms and going off on people who had nothing to do with my wounds and what was going on with me. I was dealing with it on my own, and I hung in there. It was not easy work. It's simple to talk about. You hear it and you're like, oh, that's all you have to do? You got to feel your feelings, deal with them, process them, and then you heal. Okay, sure, easy peasy. Sounds easy. It's not. The work is not easy. But what I have proven to myself for the last, let's see, what is it? I started my healing journey in 2012. My self-awareness awakening, really, in 2012. It was a huge shift in my life. But there had been other huge shifts in my life. I quit going to church back in 1996. That was a huge shift in my life because my life had revolved around it. I was involved in ministry. You know, you don't just walk away from something you were grown up in as if it's nothing. Especially when your family is also really grounded into it, you know? So yeah, I am a badass in ways that other people don't register because most other people aren't even trying. They're not even trying. They think yelling at somebody, at their neighbor for, I don't know, whatever is being badass, you know? Like, the world's ideas are so lame. Again, I digress. I'm very rabbit traily, but look, I'm just starting out my day, and that's how it is. I can be especially rabbit traily in the mornings. The thing is that I thought about how one of the things we have to learn to do is befriend life. Because sometimes we feel like life is against us. Nothing ever works out for me. It always goes this way. We feel like life is happening to us. It's just all happening to us. It's going to take us out. I can't do this. We feel weary. We feel worn out. Okay, that's legit. You're weary. You're exhausted. You're tired. Yes. Okay, well, be there for yourself. Journal this stuff out. Get it out of your head. And let the creativity, the life force flow through you. Let it come out of here and out of here through your hand onto the paper. Or through your hand onto the canvas. Or through your hands onto the piano, the guitar, whatever it is. Let the creativity flow. Let the life force in you flow and get the stagnation out. All that stinky, cruddy stuff. Those are the habits we need to create. That's what needs to happen rather than scrolling or numbing out through drugs, alcohol, or TV or movies or, you know, always having to be with another person because you can't stand being by yourself. Ding, 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 ding. There's your clue. You need to take care of you. It doesn't mean you don't have time for people anymore. No. This is just, you know, self-maintenance. Do you clean your bathroom? Yes. Do you wash your dishes? Yes. Do you clean your clothes? Yes. Can you brush your teeth? I hope every day. A couple times a day, probably. Then you can do this kind of self-maintenance too. Most people don't. And most people are in a state of stunted growth. What's that TV show that was about that specifically? What was it called? Oh, Jason Bateman was in it. Dang it. It's so funny. It's such a funny TV show. It's an old one. Oh my gosh, what is it called? I can't think of it. Anyway, it is a prime example of this. You know, people not growing up. And here's the thing. In our growing journey, growing and becoming who we're meant to be, you should be experiencing deeper and deeper self-awareness. You should be experiencing deeper and deeper healing. And at some point, you should be, and I'm not shooting on you like, you should do this. I'm saying, As you grow and learn, this kind of thing happens, okay? Where you are able to embrace life and call it beautiful, even when things are going shitty, even when you've had a bad day, to still be able to put your arm around life's shoulders and go, you know, you're really giving it to me right now, and I don't like it. But also, I realize that you're kind of like, sometimes you're like a drill sergeant. And I'm in boot camp. I'm in life's boot camp. And I realize that's what I'm here for. I'm here to learn and grow. I'm here to blossom and become everything I'm meant to be in this time and space. Everything I can be. Everything I want to be. From here. Being real and authentic from your heart space. It doesn't come from up here. It comes from here. It comes from heart and mind being aligned. That's really what it is. The heart and mind have to be in alignment. Anyway, if you're still here listening to this, wow, thank you. And I hope you got something out of this. Life is beautiful. I don't care what kind of craziness is going on. I know what bad days are like. And if you've been having them, I'm sorry. Really, I know it sucks. But don't forget that life is beautiful. And don't forget you are here to learn so that you can grow. Because it's boring to stay stagnant. And then you start stinking. And if you feel like your life is stagnant and stinking, it is your privilege and your honor to do something about it. Your life is your one wild and precious gift. It was given to you. Don't wait for somebody else. Quit looking for other people to see you, to value you, to appreciate you. You need to see and appreciate and value you. You need to make the effort in your own life so that you can also look at yourself and go, I am a badass. Because you know what? You probably are. Hello, you're resilient, aren't you? You're here today, aren't you? So you've got some badassery in you. Because surviving on this planet is really rough. It's really rough. So yeah, you've got the badassery to do it. And I hope today that you will consider life as a teacher, an instructor, a coach. You know, the kind of coach that is like, I know what you're made of. And no, I'm not going to stop. Because you're meant to grow. You're meant to push yourself a little harder. And this isn't go for the gusto, ego kind of stuff. That's not real growth. You don't need to grow your ego. It's already grown. Your ego needs to be repurposed at this point. As you grow, the ego needs to be repurposed. Not killed, repurposed. It's always going to be part of you. It's always going to be there. Give it a new job. I have come to a point in my life where I say no aspect of Marcy will be left behind. I'm not abandoning any part of me as if it's some piece of shit. There is no part of me that is junk. God don't make no junk. So there. And again, when I say God, I mean source energy. You might mean, you know, I don't believe in God, but I believe in the ancestors. Okay, well, your ancestors don't make no junk either, honey. So show yourself some respect. Start treating yourself with the value and appreciation that you maybe seek from others and don't find. If you don't value and appreciate yourself, why should anybody else? Why would anybody else? You know, do you understand that you're the one teaching other people how to treat you? If you treat yourself like crap, guess what other people are going to do? Yeah. And that was a hard lesson I learned. after staying with a toxic spouse for 23 years. You know, I'm the one that stayed. Yeah. As if I didn't deserve better. So that was a hard lesson to learn. It hurt a lot. But I get it now. I get it. And yeah. So, you know, sharing those kind of things is not difficult for me to do, but it also isn't exactly comfortable or easy because, you know, like, there are just things that stick and I'm like, oh, that's not my most bestest favorite part of myself, you know, like, well, I guess that wasn't exactly a good choice, was it? You know, when I first left my ex, I was really ashamed of how freaking long I had stayed, how much of my life I wasted trying to fix something that obviously was not in my power to fix. That is insanity. And I'm so sorry that I did that to myself, but I'm not ashamed anymore. That's why I can say it out loud. And the whole point of saying it is to say, you're not the only one, whoever's out there listening and feeling like, oh my God, I'm so dumb, I did this and I did that. Yeah, well, you're not the only one, okay? And you can take your life back, and you can choose to grow, and you can choose to dive into self-discovery, become self-aware, realize the things that are tripping you up and fix them. You can change your life. You can't dictate the changes other people need to make, but you can do it for yourself. I've done it. I'm proof. I've done it consistently since 2012. I've been on this journey. It's a long time. But because I have that to look back on, I've been doing this since 2012. I've been consistent. Not perfect. Oh my God, not perfect at all. I've had ups where I'm like, woo, look at me growing. And then I've dropped down where I'm just totally fucking it up. And then I've had to climb up again, you know, and then, yeah. And yet there have been twists and turns and surprises and all the things, because that's life, right? It's life. It's not about perfection. It's about progress. And I have made a lot of progress. And I'm proud of me. I am a badass. But not in the kind of way like I'm going to put on my sunglasses and strut around. No. I don't need to. I am secure in here. I don't need pats on the back or whatever. I always needed for me to know, for me to recognize the value in myself, that my entire being, even the parts I'm not really proud of, still, those are the parts that got me here today. Every one of my cells, every fiber of my being was along for that ride and got me where I am today. And I wholly accept and bless and love myself. I've worked hard. And to look at my life, you wouldn't be like, wow, yeah, I can tell you've really worked hard to achieve all of this stuff. No, you won't see a lot of stuff in my life. But I know the stuff. I know the treasure that's in me. I know the treasure that I am. And I also, this is the biggest win ever. I have peace I have peace inside myself. I have peace with myself that you can't put a price tag on. It's just a beautiful thing to be at home in my own skin. Anyway, this was a long ramble. It wasn't supposed to be. If you hung in here, you're fabulous, and I hope you have a great rest of your day or evening or week or whatever. And keep on keeping on. You are worth all of your love and attention, all of the effort you make to live and learn and heal and grow. You are worth every bit of it. So keep it up. Okay, bye.